Alicorns play a major role in the series and are portrayed as the upper class among the other three species. So how did alicorns came known to be? Well, there's a biological explanation to describe how they exist. However, other methods involve a fully transformation spell for somebody to create an alicorn, or just any pony who has been born an alicorn. Well, let's explore that. In the beginning, before Equestria was founded, the unicorns believed that Equestria was in the center of the universe. Starsprout and other unicorns had moved the sun and moon. However, over time, they began to feel very weak, and their horns could almost never produce any more magic. So Starsprout needed to find an alternative solution. And that's when a unicorn had volunteered to help change the day and night. Her name was Princess Celestia. In fact, originally Celestia never was a princess per se. Who knew a unicorn had such amazing powers? Even Starsprout couldn't even believe it. So Starsprout and other mighty unicorns, with all their magic left, they had evolved Celestia, giving her more power and a pair of wings. Therefore, Celestia becomes the first ever Alicorn. The ponies of the three tribes admired and worshipped Princess Celestia as their Time Lord, hence the name that was given to her by the creators, which means a god or some sort of entity, someone that the characters could give their faith to. Because of this, the ponies believe that Celestia, for example, has every power of all three of the species' abilities combined, despite just being a princess that the writers chose to dub. But just because someone has been born or transformed into an alicorn does not automatically classify them as royalty. And don't even get me started with alicorn OCs, that will have to be for another video. In some literature, alicorns come from Greek mythology, where they take the form of a unicorn with a pair of wings, or as a pegacorn in this case. While they appear to be a mixture of these two main entities, they best represent a sign of loyalty and maturity. Just like ponies, alicorns do come in over a variety of sizes and will continue to grow until they surpass many other species. Usually, a single alicorn can reach over the height limit, most of them being around 5 feet tall, almost the size of a horse. In theory, to explain why that is, alicorns can have a lifespan reaching over 8,000 years, and possibly longer. It's still possible to kill an alicorn, however, they cannot die from getting too old, unless they retire and somehow find a way to do so. Now, the biggest question you may have is, how can an alicorn be born? Biologically, it is entirely impossible, but there is a small chance of that being precisely a fact. Ever since Flurry Heart was introduced way back in season 6, it was confirmed that she was born an alicorn, and perhaps the very first. So that means I could use one of my favorite biological terms, genes. Not just genes, but also the theory of evolution. What that means, a recessive and the dominant parents have a small chance of giving birth to a pony with random features, depending on the environment or any changes within the behavior of the parents, therefore having to get a different outcome upon birth. However, that could take possibly thousands of years. It also explains why there are different species on the show. In this case, however, with ponies, it's impossible, even just combining a unicorn and a Pegasus, or an Earth pony and a unicorn for the matter. So that is how alicorns are made, either from magic or biologically through genes. But you tell me what you think came first, either the alicorn or the pony that gave birth to the alicorn. You decide. But I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you enjoyed it, then be sure to give it a thumbs up. If not, then tell me how I can improve in the future. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. But until next time, I'm Rishoto, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.